Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of A Watershed Year by Susan Schoenberger, performed by Amy McFadden. One. The tawdry mermaid, painted on the inside of Harlan's front door, wore a bikini top made of undersized clamshells. A crude wave curled over her neon green tail, and the door's peephole left the impression of a third eye in her forehead. Lucy had recommended that Harlan repaint the door, or ask his landlord to do it, but Harlan had decided the mermaid would be a great conversation starter at parties. Parties he had never had. Lucy lingered by the door, looking for bits of mermaid paint to flake off with a fingernail as she waited for Harlan to emerge from the bedroom, where he was speaking on the phone to one of his doctors. Lucy had spent the afternoon with Harlan, and she had already said goodbye when his phone started ringing. She should have let herself out, but she hated being separated from him. She sensed that he was slipping away, leaving her before she was ready. "Go," Harlan said when he returned to the living room. He nudged Lucy gently through the door, and she could hear him twist the bolt lock into place with a rusty scrape. She was still standing on the welcome mat, ruffling its artificial grass with one of her clogs, when the bolt scraped in the direction of forgiveness. But Harlan only cracked the door wide enough to force her saddlebag purse through the opening. 5 more minutes, she said. "Then I promise I'll leave you alone." He dropped the purse, and it fell like a bag of rocks, keys clattering onto the tile floor. "I know you mean well, but it's my decision," he said, before closing the door again. Lucy could picture him slumped against the mermaid, heavy lids blinking behind glasses so thick they left his face a blur. Shadow-rimmed eyes peering out from the sallow skin that made him avoid mirrors. The same mirrors had once framed his thick, dark hair, the confident set of his shoulders, the well-defined lines of his jaw. All these, now gone. She knew his eyes were failing, his feet were numb, and he could barely taste or smell his food anymore. The experimental treatments had been ineffective, but she wanted him to give it more time. "You're 33, she said, crouching to speak through the mail slot.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?